Hello, it is May 31st, and it is the final before the last episode of Adventures in Sci-Fi. And if you stick around tomorrow, you might get to see a cover of the God Factor, otherwise known as the God Factor. We'll see. Anyway, so tomorrow the God Factor comes out, but today, as a reading in this episode, what I'm going to do is read a short scene from a story that will be coming out in July in Beyond Centauri through Sam Stott Publishing. So I'll read you a brief scene, but if you want to hear the rest of the story, you'll have to pick up the July 2011 issue of Beyond Centauri, and that will be through sdpbookstore.com. And the story is kind of based on my grandma and a few other people in my family and the house I grew up in. So here you go. And it's a story that's taking place basically between Morgan and her niece Lucia. So the scene opens with Morgan is speaking to Lucia, but you know that. I was 8, making your mom about 11. Your grandma, your mom, and I were living here with Grandma and Grandpa Oliver. This was their house and garden, but there also used to be a cherry tree, an apricot tree, a peach tree, and a plum tree. And there were raspberries, strawberries, tomatoes, green beans, cucumbers, zucchini, rhubarb. Lucia made a face at the mention of rhubarb. Morgan laughed. We used to peel the rhubarb stalk and stick it in sugar to eat it. Ew! You don't mind it when you have my strawberry rhubarb pie. It's slimy. I picked the rhubarb out. Morgan nodded, her mouth making an O shape. Well, that was just some of what we grew back then. My grandma used to spend all summer preserving, pickling, canning. Canning? Morgan sighed and shook her head. The food your mom buys in cans, like green beans, it's canned food. Lucia made another face and nodded. Apparently that wasn't her favorite food either. But when you can food at home, you use glass jars instead. Then why is it called canning? Morgan opened her mouth, then shut it, realizing she had no answer other than to say, let's Google it, which wasn't allowed during Lucia's restriction. Are you going to let me finish the story? Now help me with the weeding. Morgan let her crabbiness cover the fact that she didn't know the answer. Lucia shrugged and rolled her eyes. Okay. Then went back to poking the earth with her stick, gloved hand perilously close to the serrated edge. So there you go. It's just a brief scene from an upcoming story that will be out July 2011 in Beyond Centauri. And the name of the story is Gramma and the Giant Tomato Worm. So I hope you pick that up in July. But most of all, I hope you stick around for the novella coming out tomorrow, The God Factor. I'm so excited. Hope you are too. Thanks. Bye-bye.